see that we have all the words that were in your definition list. We'll start with the circle, which is this round figure. Obviously, I think all of you know that. We name the circle with the center point here. And then we can talk about the radius, which goes from the edge of the circle to the center of the circle. Now, please be reminded, I cannot draw straight lines, but it should be a straight line. So the radius can be from anywhere from the center of the circle to an edge. For instance, if I drew it out like this, that too would be a radius. The diameter of a circle goes from the edge of the circle to another edge of the circle, but it must go through the center. So this green line would be my diameter, but also understand that if we have a diameter, it is also actually 2 radii. So this part here could also be considered a radius, but we could also consider this other part of the diameter a radius. And the diameter is always twice the length of the radius. We also have what we call a chord. Just let me get back to my marker. This down here would be a chord. It is actually on the edge of the circle in 2 different spots, just like a diameter, but it does not go through the center of the circle. So I could also have a chord that goes from here all the way over to here. So that looks like a diameter, but it does not go through the center of the circle. Let me erase this chord. The next word we have is secant. And a secant is very similar to a chord. However, it does not stop on the edges of the circle. It actually continues on and extends out this way. And as we've learned in the past, these arrows here represent that this line goes on forever. So a secant is very similar to a chord, but it keeps on going through the circle. Think of like a, if you watched magicians and years ago, they would stick a pencil or something through a balloon and it come out the other side and not pop the balloon. So a secant is kind of like that. It goes through the whole circle and keeps on going. The last word we have to talk about, and I'll go back to blue here, is a tangent line, which looks like a secant line, but it only touches the circle in one spot and it keeps on going in both directions forever, because we know that these arrows represent forever. Where it touches that circle is right here, and we call that the point of tangency. That was a horrible line. I drew it through there, trying to do this without a mouse. So this red point here, where that tangent line touches the circle, is called the point of tangency. Any questions? Let me know.